Hey, listen! I wonder who built the Spirit Temple, and for what purpose? Gee, I have no idea who could have possibly done that. It's not like we met people earlier who look like that or anything. Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time, our sword grew longer. And no, it has nothing to do with us meeting the Gerudo, I promise. I'm sorry. Anyway, this time, we're going to enter the final temple, the Spirit Temple, at long last. Except, well, we tried to enter it at the very end of last time, but it told us to buzz off and travel back in time 7 years before we can do anything, so yeah, we're gonna have to start by doing that first. It feels pretty inconvenient. Like, what if someone had to come here and do, like, routine maintenance, and then they had to go pull out their time machine and travel back to the past? That seems a little annoying to me, but hey, whatever these ancient peoples wanted to do. These ancient peoples, it's people, there we go. Or not people, whatever. Yes, no? There we go! Got there eventually. Let's play the Prelude of Light. Let's travel back to the Temple of Time. And yes, indeed, because this is a different recording session, I did start in the Temple of Time, and then I ended up fast traveling over to the desert just so I could do the intro in the desert outside the temple, because I thought that would be a much better frame of reference for what we did last time. So, I teleported for no reason. Yay, you're welcome. Gave you a much better video to watch, didn't it? Or something, I don't know. Anyway, back in time. Oh, we're not going to be able to carry over our red tunic. The green clashes with the desert, but maybe that's for the best. I mean, being able to see your avatar in this action-adventure game with a big focus on combat, there's not a big focus on combat, but, you know, with combat in it would be for the best. Nah, that's what noobs think. Anyway, let me play this. I really like this song. It definitely sounds very final, which is fitting. It is the final song you learn in the game, assuming you've learned the Song of Storms by now, and did this temple after the Shadow Temple. It's entirely possible you didn't, in which case, whoops, guess it's not the final song then. I guess the Nocturne of Shadow or the Requiem of Spirit could both work as final songs. Alright, so 7 years in the past, the Desert Colossus region really isn't that different. Well, those guys do one whole heart of damage. I don't know if that has anything to do with us being a kid, or if they just always do that much damage, but I don't really remember that. We got a little stone block thing out here. Oh, hey, the sand is actually moving over here. Is this quicksand? Can you fall in this? Or is it just flowing sand? Oh wait, no, they did half a heart of damage. When did I take half a heart of damage? This is quicksand, okay. You can actually sink in that. I didn't show that off last time because I forgot it was a thing. I forgot it was a thing in this game. Hey, look at that. Look at that. You see what's right next to the temple door? I don't think I brought any attention to it last time, but that is a patch of soft soil for our very last magic bean. Let's go. What is that animation? Like, I guess Link is just tossing the seeds and then watching the ground carefully, but it doesn't look like he's placing them in the hole where they go at all. Anyway, I guess it doesn't have to look like that, now does it? If you tried to go back to the Gerudo's Fortress, I don't believe you can. Technically, the game allows going to the Gerudo's Fortress as young Link, except there's absolutely nothing to do there. You can walk around, but, like, you know, there's absolutely no one there because you're not supposed to be there. But I think it is possible with mods, anyway, or with, like, hacks or glitches or whatever, to go to the Gerudo's Fortress as a kid. But you can't otherwise, so yeah. Took me forever to come to that conclusion. Hope you enjoyed my commentary there. Let me cut these pots, get the single rupee, then these signs, they should say exactly the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to travel to the future, you should return here with the power of silver from the past. Man, how do you guys know that I'm about to be doing that? It's almost like they're time travelers or something. One of these things is an Armos, right? I think it's you. Let me get out my bumps in anticipation. Also, this is not the greatest loadout of items. Let me fix that. There we go. The slingshot is a much better idea. Believe you are... Oh, okay, a bomb just wakes you up if you're not already woken up. That's boring. All right. Yes, thank you. And we stay away from you. Hopefully your explosion doesn't harm my shield. Just in case there's fire enemies in here. I can't remember if there are. Let's put on the Hylian shield, because I don't want to burn my Deku shield in, like, the final freaking temple. That would be kind of bad. Hello there. Who might you be? You're the only Gerudo we can... Wait, never mind. You can talk to a Gerudo on the bridge. Never mind. I said never mind twice. Never mind. I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? Nothing really. You have nothing to do? What good timing. Can you do me a favor, kid? Wait a second. I want to ask you first. You wouldn't happen to be one of Ganondorf's followers, would you? Yes, because Ganondorf would totally employ a 10-year-old child to be on his side. That's absolutely something he would do. What if I am? Don't try to act cool, kid. I was just asking. A kid like you could never be one of Ganondorf's followers, that's what I mean. Well, let's cut to the chase. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Nabooru of the Gerudo. I'm a lone wolf thief. But don't get me wrong. Though we're both thieves, I'm completely different from Ganondorf. With his followers, he stole from women and children, and he even killed people. A kid like you may not know this, but the Gerudo race consists only of women. Only one man is born every 100 years. Even though our laws say that lone male Gerudo must become king of the Gerudo, I'll never bow to such an evil man. Same here. By the way, what is your name, kid? Link? Why are you so surprised? What kind of name is that? Well, anyway, I guess that's why. I want to ask you a favor. Will you go through this tiny hole and get a treasure that's inside? The treasure is the silver gauntlets. If you equip them, you can easily push and pull very heavy things. No, kid, don't even think about taking this treasure for yourself. Aw, man, but the sign says I have to return to it in the future. I have to return to this temple in the future. You mean I'm not allowed to follow the ancient instructions on those snake tablet things? Silver gauntlets won't fit a little kid like you if you try to equip them. I want you to be a good boy and give them to me. Ganondorf and his minions are using the Spirit Temple as a hideout. Only the silver gauntlets will allow me to sneak deep into the temple. Hopefully y'all didn't hear like a mic glitch just then. I just touched my wire a bit. Once there, I'm going to steal all the treasure inside and mess up their plans. How about it? Will you do it? Yes, why not? Thanks, kid. You and I, let's give Ganondorf and his followers a big surprise, shall we? You can successfully get the silver gauntlets. I'll do something great for you. Ominous. He just shoved me aside. So, by the way, the first dialogue options, when you have the options of, like, here to see the temple, blah, 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 nothing really, you have to choose nothing really. If you choose any of the others, she'll say, like, what are you doing here? Buzz off! And then that just fails it. It's kind of weird, but that's what you have to do. Maybe it was different in the Japanese script. Maybe that was presented differently. Anyway, we can crawl through this hole as a kid, we cannot as an adult, and now we must complete the first entire half. Yes, it was good of me to equip the Hylian shield, because oh my god, that would have been a very short lifespan for our Deku shield. Yeah. Anyway, we actually have to complete the first half of this temple as a kid. It's not exactly a big difference. It's not like the Majora's Mask transformations or anything, like, you know, that difference in power, but we are a little bit weaker, especially with the sword, and I think the slingshot is slightly weaker than the bow, too. We also can't use the hook shot or anything like that. Those are the main differences between Kid Link and Adult Link. But yeah, so it shouldn't be too hard. Is that an Armos in the... Is this Armos alive? Are you alive? Yes, you are. Okay. Gonna drop a bomb. I didn't want to throw it. Okay, there we go. Placed it. Yeah! Can you hurt me like this? Why did he pause there for a second? That was odd. Okay, that unlocks both doors. So we got 3 ways to go from here. Can't read that text up there, unfortunately. I would love to. We got 3 ways to go. I want to say the doors are optional and the hole is required. Let's go in here first. Aha, I see. Okay, so we can start by lighting these torches with Din's fire, but first we can actually start with something else. Oh my god, I didn't even mean to do that. That was just... I pressed the boomerang button and then forgot that releasing it automatically throws it. Yeah, I didn't think I would just head straight for the freaking token and get it first try. That was cool. Gonna take care of these guys to remove the battle theme and get this amazing music back. I'm gonna let you listen to the Spirit Temple theme in a little while. Not right now, because I'm a bit distracted with things, but it's one of my favorite dungeon themes in the entire Zelda series, honestly. From what I've heard, anyway. So let's use Din's fire. Oh, I thought that would lower the bridge. Sorry, I have ice in my mouth right now. I just took a drink of water. Maybe I shouldn't, you know, take a drink of water when I'm about to have to talk. Or rather, no. maybe I shouldn't, you know, have ice. Have the ice cube in my mouth as I'm about to talk again. That would be a good idea. Hi! Okay, fighting a Stelphos as a kid. He'll take way more damage from us since we obviously don't do as much damage, but otherwise, this shouldn't be too bad, especially if there's only one at a time. You can block his attacks like, not like that, but, or that. Not like that or that, but you can block his attacks with the Hylian Shield just fine. There we go. Honestly, it might be the best strategy. Just wait with the shield, wait for him to attack, and then attack him yourself. I think if you're closer to him, yeah, if you're closer to him, he won't do a little jig like that. He'll actually, I don't know, attack you and progress the battle. Would be nice if that happened more often with you guys, just saying. Also, there's a big green flaming skull in the background just watching. He's having a lot of fun watching this battle. Look at how excited he is. And I think because he's... I'll take it. I think because he's covering himself in green, that means he's rooting for me. How nice of you. Thank you, sir. Can I, like, Din's Fire your face off, please? I'd very much like to do that. That actually worked. I didn't think that would work, but that actually worked. The more you know. Awesome, okay. There was probably a much easier way to kill him, but Din's Fire was the cool way. So if you use the boomerang and use the fact that it, you know, it moves in that pattern, you can hit that switch. Wow, look at this. The game is actually using the boomerang for once in its life. Last time we had any genuine use for the boomerang was all the times we picked up Golden Skulltulas, but aside from that... Thank you, Evil Pottery, the stupid warrior jars. Anyway, aside from that, it was Jabu Jabu's belly way back then. Remember that? Yeah, me neither. It was months ago when I recorded that. Uh-oh, door shut behind us. Now... Oh, we got a new enemy in here. You are an Anubis. It's vulnerable to fire. So we could just use Din's Fire on it. But I think the way you're supposed to do this is, you notice how it's following my movements, but it's moving in the opposite direction. Hit the crystal switch, and a big circle of Ow! Big circle of fire appears. We now want to... Yep, fuck you too, buddy. Okay, you know what? You're supposed to guide him in the fire by, like, you know, following his movements, kind of, but we could just do this. This is way more fun. Yeah, there we go. Who needs puzzles when you have Din's Fire? The music restarted, interesting. Wonder why. I mean, the first time is because I fell out of bounds, but then it restarted after I killed him. My sword is passing through this wall. Wait. Okay. Lens of Truth? Wait, what's with this wall? No, there's nothing here. There's no collision for the sword to bonk on, I guess. Wait, maybe a bomb? But it's supposed to be that you strike the bomb, or sorry, you strike the wall, and then it makes a different noise, and that indicates that it's bombable. Yeah, no, there's... Weird. I don't understand. Wait. Now this wall has collision. So I guess they just forgot to give this wall collision for the sword? That's kind of cool. But kind of cool to notice. I love noticing little errors like that in games. It shows that the developers are human too. They're not infallible, they make plenty of mistakes just like any of us would. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. We got more wall masters to deal with. Hi, buddy. Let me take you out. No one's flying down at me, except for the wall master right now, which is perfect. Get you! Get you in the face, get you in the face, get you in the face. Never mind that you don't have a face. Get you in the fingers? Sure, I guess that works. Then let me pick this up. And as you can see... key, nice. As you can see, it is a key. We are now on the other side of this room. Can I kill you guys through the bars? No. Oh, wait, I can barely. I guess the projectile clips through the fence a tiny bit for a single frame, and that's enough to kill the bats. Yeah, because it's kind of wonky otherwise. Or maybe you can shoot through the gaps? Maybe that's a thing? Oh, okay, he can't actually come through and attack me, good. So we have silver rupees on this side. I believe if we collect them all, the thingy will fall. The gate in the middle will fall and become a bridge. Also, I see you over here. You are not slick. Also, I like how the keys just both flew away and became fire keys over there. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I've been over this officially, but if keys fly into a torch, they will become a fire keys. And, you know, in that case, they can burn your Deku Shield, and that's freaking dangerous.
Watch out! Hey, watch out!
Okay, so that's that. We got a key from there, and I believe... Okay, the doors were not optional. They were actually the required path, because if we were to go through here, we would have been stopped by a locked door really quickly. So good thing I saved this for last. That would have been quite the waste of time otherwise. There's a box in here. Usually these small boxes, at least in this dungeon, indicate you're supposed to use them for something particular, but these ones seemingly no. Okay, so we got a big wall with a bunch of skullwatchulas on it. What I assume the developers never thought is that we can just, you know, do this. They've placed them in a way that makes it look like you're supposed to sneak past them. You're supposed to notice that they detect your movements and avoid having them notice you that way. But you can also just shoot them off the freaking wall with the slingshot we got in the first freaking dungeon. So yeah. They also probably totally intended for you to do it that way too. It's just, you know... It's kind of funny. It's like, I guess they're planning for if you don't have Deku Seeds. Like, what if the player misses them? They need to be able to get past them. That's probably more likely what it is. Oh, hi, Liz Alphos. Another mini-boss being fought as a regular enemy now. Kind of cool. Give me these seeds. Give me these seeds. Thank you. Remember that as they jump, they will turn into an attack. They will turn into an attack, yes. I mean, that's kind of true. Man, I wanna be able to fight a Stalfos and actually beat it. It's like, the other Stalfos just freaking fell off the edge. That's happened to me with the past, like, 2 Stalfos I've fought, which is the funny part. Crystal here? What does that do? That did not look like the crystal lit up at all, but I guess it did. 2 chests? Okay, since when were there 2 chests in here? Thought I just spawned 1. Guess not. That's a blue rupee. Okay, these chests are really exciting. I'm betting this one's gonna be real exciting, too. Oh my god, it's Bombchu! Okay, so they're intending me to use the Bombchu on this. Navi doesn't have anything to say about this, because it's a crack in the wall. She's just letting you know that it's there, which is good to know. I think they want you to use the Bombchu for this, but I could also probably just do that. Okay, interesting. The explosion hitbox grows in size over time, apparently. Yep, you can totally just do that. That's more fun than a Bombchu, in my opinion. Then, well, that's not terrifying at all. What happens if we check this?
Show me the lights.
Okay, but there's the light. I'm showing it to you right now. Please leave me alone and do not hunt me down or my family. Not that I have a family anymore. Link doesn't have a family, but still. Don't do it anyway. Why does it look like these guys have teeth on their backs? It's just like, you know, reptilian... What's the term for that? It's not scales. It's spikes. Probably just spikes. That's probably what it's called. But they look kind of like teeth to me. I don't know why. Well, there's an idea for like a grotesque design for a monster in a psychological horror game. A reptile-like creature with teeth instead of spikes. Okay, I just did that accidentally. I didn't fully realize that is what you're supposed to do. There's a blue switch down here, must be held down by the weight of that statue. These pots had absolutely nothing in them, despite the fact I've never broken them before. That's interesting. That pot didn't like the fact that I insulted its friends, so it came after me. Are you guys gonna have anything? No, interesting. I wanna say that aside from, you know, breaking a pot before and then having it respawn while you're in the same map, I wanna say that other than that, there is no instance of a pot having nothing in it. So that's kind of interesting. Why do these pots have nothing in it? Why are these pots so special? Let's use Din's fire here to light these 2 torches. Man, we've come a long way since Deku Sticks. We could theoretically use Deku Sticks to light those up. In fact, I can hear crinkling there of fire. There is more crackling. That's the correct term. Anyway, there are more torches up above, so yeah. Also, by the way, I should probably bring attention to the giant statue in the room. Should probably address the elephant in the room a little bit here. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I have to say. It's a really well-modeled statue for the N64. It's one of the most, like, visually interesting things in this game. For, well, obvious reasons. Anyway. I'm betting this has the dungeon map in it. Yes, indeed. Got the dungeon map. I'm so glad I can skip through that text right there, because I swear, every other text for every other item in this game makes you sit and wait for it to slowly load itself out every single time. And it's annoying. Okay, so we can only access this side of the room right now, so let's go and access this side of the room. It's the only place we can access right now. Do any of these walls not have collision for the sword? I'm really curious about that now. Okay, Scarecrow's song time, except never mind, I can't use the hook shot. We'll have to come back for that later, but I can see there's a golden skulltula on the other side. Even though I don't need to collect them anymore, I'll still collect everyone I see, because just, why not? Hello there, we are in this room. Okay, I'm gonna need some bombs for you. For the Beamos. And we got a bunch of traps moving back and forth in a straight line, not exactly that interesting. I think the main deal with this room is not just the silver rupees that I see in the corner of my eyes, but also, oh no, speaking of corners of eyes, that I shot a laser in a corner angle, and it hit me. Yeah! I'm very clever, I promise. Aw, man, if you were an adult, you'd be able to jump that. If only. If only you were like 7 years old or thereabouts. Can you please? Thank you. I need to approach it dead on, because trying to move sideways on an Xbox controller in an emulator fucking sucks, can I just say? It absolutely sucks. Pow? Pow and pow again. Double pow. Double the pow, double the... Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have a lit up torch in this room already, or no? Okay, seems like no. Let's get you. So there's a bunch of blocks over here that we can pull. One of them has a sun on it, so we're gonna need to do that. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I see the golden torch at the beginning. Yes, that lights up when you get the silver rupees. Then you can indeed use Deku Sticks. Man, I was just saying how we've moved on past Deku Sticks in the previous room. Yeah, I was lying. Here we go. Using Deku Sticks right away, right after that. Yeah, you know? My words kind of failed there, my apologies. Okay, with all those lit, that drops a chest. Probably has another blue rupee if I had to guess. I would not expect this thing to have a key or anything actually good and important. Because, you know, all the small chests in this dungeon so far have had nothing but trash in them. Please give me actually something. Yes, okay. Now, how about the sun switch? The sun switch probably unlocks junk if I had to guess. So, we're going to, only one way to find out though. Gonna pull you out. And then, gotta pull you out a little more, and then shove you to the side. Now we can move the sun switch over to the... Nope. Do not climb, Link. Gotta move the sun switch over to the light. Eventually. We'll get there. Man, these traps are really annoying, can I just say? Like, every time they change direction, they play that loud-ass metal sound. Now I'm just thinking, there should be a mod for this game, or a ROM hack or whatever, that replaces the traps turning sound with the metal pipe sound effect. That would be really funny. Oh, okay, so you get the key from the chest, and then the sun switch is needed to open the door. I see. So there's like 3 different ways to unlock something, all in the same room. And you have to do all of them to progress. That's kind of interesting. I like that. I hear you, Golden Skulltula. I hear you, Goldie boy. You will give me your golden self right away, or else. Bam. It's another Skulltula token. I'm curious to see how many I'll have by the end of this game. What's next? Ooh, I know what's next. Hello there. Hello there, Mr. Sir. Are you the king of this realm? I know, the desert, a realm, right? Just kind of sitting in the throne, minding your own business. That looks like a very uncomfortable throne, I must say. Like, there's not even armrests. I suppose someone as tough as you wouldn't need them, but still, like, look at this. It's just some flat bricks. Looks like mud bricks as well. This is probably one of the worst thrones I've ever seen. You're probably not the king, then. The king deserves way better than this. King or queen. We don't really know. I like seeing the seams in the carpet texture. Anyway, I think you get the idea. We gotta fight this thing. is an Iron Knuckle. Watch out for its axe attack, axe without an E. It hurts a lot. Strike when it drops its guard. She is not lying. The Iron Knuckles axe attack is the hardest hitting thing in the entire game, dealing 4 whole hearts of damage. If you're doing a 3-heart run, these guys literally one-shot you. Let's do that. Oh no, okay. It's kind of nice to actually have an enemy that deals a threatening amount of damage after so many enemies that just deal like half a heart at most. However, to make up for it, destroying each of these pillars gives you 3 hearts back. I don't know, did playtesters really struggle on this fight or something? Because I can't imagine why there'd be so many hearts in one room, but sure, whatever. I think I'd rather all the pillars only dropped 1 heart of health so that you can maybe give yourself an extra hit, but you know, you have to actually try against the fight, unlike what I'm doing here, because wow, I'm doing a bad job. They only have like 2 attacks. What am I doing? Okay, we are fighting as young Link, so our damage isn't very good, but still. Slurg, slurg! I do really like their voices. They're either saying Zlurg, Zlurg, or Turg, Turg. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah. Turg, Turg! They sound so angry, I love it. Okay. Gotta do that. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so now they move slightly faster. Aside from that, though, they're basically the same. I don't think their attacks are any faster, actually. It seems the same speed to me. They just move towards you quicker. I guess that makes a difference. Well, down they go. 3 whole hearts. Come on, come on. I need to say that whenever 2 hearts drop from something. But even then, do 2 heart drops exist in this game? I'm not really sure if they do. Well, anyway, oh, wait a second. I wanted to show something here, but I don't know. Oh, crap. I don't know if I can show it anymore. That might be an issue. Yeah, I don't think I can show this anymore. I can't equip that as a kid, for some reason. Kids aren't allowed to hold claim checks and carry them around, obviously. And all of these other items will just be used normally. Yeah, I'm afraid I might not be able... Actually, no. I think I can. 1 second. So, you see these wall textures? Pay attention to them real quick. Let's see what happens if I were to say, play the Song of Time. Yeah, you see that? Texture changed a little bit. The texture flickered just then. Seemed to go back to normal afterwards, but yeah. This happens because the textures on these walls have a variable somewhere in their data, have a variable that isn't set properly, and so the game's graphical rendering code will actually like change the opacity of one of the 2 layered textures on each of the walls, and it causes it to look slightly different. The effect I think is more noticeable when you pull out an item or trigger a dialogue box to happen. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to trigger a dialogue box in here the way my items are set up right now. But if you pull out a magic bean in here and you bring up the dialogue box that says, like, this item doesn't seem to work here, you will also get the same effect. The playing a song also works, so yeah. Just thought I'd show that off. It's a property unique to this hallway, I think. Hey, what's up, Link? Surprised to see me? More like agitated to see you, but yeah, surprised works too. A long time in this world is almost nothing to you, is it? How mysterious. Even I thought that the tales of a boy who could travel back and forth through time was merely a legend. Link, you have fully matured as an adult. Sure, I guess we can say that. From now on, the future of all the people of Hyrule is on your shoulders. Maybe it's not my time anymore. Here is my last advice. 2 witches inhabit this temple. In order to destroy them, turn their own magic power against them. Hoot! Do you want to hear what I said again? You spoiled the fact that there's... You spoiled what the fucking boss is, my man. And no, I don't want to hear your stupid spoilers again. Fuck off. You will continue to watch me. Please watch me and never talk to me again. Thank you. Is he flying? He's flying into the rock. Is he gonna, like, hit his head on that and kill himself? I'm sorry, but anyway. Let me... Oh, actually, if we pay attention to where we are on one of the hands of the statue here. The Desert Colossus, I guess you can call it. Anyway, Let's open this chest and see what's inside. You found the silver gauntlets. If you wore them, you would feel power in your arms. The power to lift big things with A. But these gauntlets won't fit a kid. Plus, you promised to give them to Nabooru. You should keep your word. Hey, where are you taking me? Yarg, let me go! Why does she sound like a pirate? Yarg? You fiends! Ganondorf's minions! Link, get out of here, now! These witches, they're using black magic on me! That looks pink, but I suppose that works. I always like Link's face there. So, that cutscene only even more exacerbates the redundancy of the Owl's dialogue. Even more exacerbates the spoiler in the Owl's dialogue. He tells you about the witches when there is a cutscene that shows you the witches like 5 seconds afterwards. I don't understand the owl. I do not understand what the idea behind the owl was. I'll be completely honest. Why did they include that in the game? He serves no purpose other than to give you tips and advice you pretty much already have, or to spoil upcoming areas in this adventure game about exploring places. Anyway, back to the Temple of Time for us. We have done all we can as a kid here at the Spirit Temple. Now that we have the Silver Gauntlets, let's return 7 years in the future. I promise I know the song. Not by heart, clearly. I don't know the notes by heart. It's like that one guy from Whiplash. I still have to actually watch that movie. I've seen clips of it online, but I have to actually watch it all the way through. Because I haven't seen the full thing yet, but I know there's a part where, like, dude gives the main character a folder, and then the main character sets it down on a chair, and then it's fucking gone somehow, even though he barely moved 5 feet away from it. That's just how life is sometimes. I hiccuped, sorry. Master Sword, come back to me! Meow! I don't know what that noise was, don't ask. And now, we have the perfect colors. Oh man, that really matches the gauntlets as well, look at that. Because the gauntlets kind of shine red. That's really cool. And we may or may not be picking up a third piece of equipment through our travels in the temple that fits this outfit even more. Eyebrow raising, double eyes emoji, I don't know. Anyway, why is that one? Why is this song the one I can play first try? I guess it just has a really simple note pattern. I don't know, but it's like the Prelude of Light, every other warp song in the game, takes me like 3 tries to actually get it down. That one I just play perfectly. Sure, I see how it is. All right, back we are. It's nighttime once again. I think it was nighttime oh no, it was nighttime in the past as we left. Hey, you see that? You see the magic bean? See the magic bean plant? Let's take a ride on it and see where it takes us. I bet you can't guess where it's going to take you. Perhaps up to the top of that thing where there's a piece of heart obviously sitting there? Perhaps, or maybe it'll take us over to these rocks instead. Hi! That's actually cool. Wait, I wanted that. Oh, is there? Okay, good. I was gonna say, is there actually no way onto the piece of heart? From here, anyway. Ooh, we got a 16th heart container. Awesome. We're officially more decked out in health than I was in my first playthrough of this game. On N64, anyway. Hit him in the wing and he died. All right, let's go get the Golden Skull Shell, and then we'll be back in the temple before you know it. We're just taking a little break, you know. We're taking a little leisurely stroll. Oh, wow, the secret arrows. Just a coincidence that it ended up there. Oh, right, they only show up at nighttime. I have to wait until nighttime for this guy to come back. 1 second. Actually, I don't have to wait. Waiting? What's that? Just play Sun Song. Hopefully this won't reset me to an entrance, since this is a place where time actually passes. Indeed, we do not have to worry. Okay. There we go. Did the vertical slice on purpose. Because otherwise, the horizontal slice just did not hit. Such a weird control scheme. And something else that's kind of weird is, like, I don't think the game, or at least Majora's Mask never tells you this. Ocarina of Time might, but the game never tells you that you'll do a vertical slice if you're moving. It only says, like, Z target and use the sword to do a vertical slice. But moving also makes you do it, so I don't know. Ha, I saw you coming this time. Hey, two whole hearts, come on, go on. Is it go on or come on? I think it's go on. Go on, go on. I don't know. I don't know lyrics to songs. Anyway, with the silver gauntlets, we can now push this giant, big rock of stone. Rock of stone is not exactly what I should have said there, but it's what I chose to say. What can I say other than that, you know? Yeah. Anyway. Kill the Beamos in here, and look at that. We got another setup just like before. We got 2 doors on the side and a locked door in the middle. Though no hole before this one, which makes sense. We cannot crawl through holes as an adult. How? Open both doors. Now, let's see which one of these is the dead end and which one is the way forward. Just like the game studio that made Shantae. Ow. Oh my god. The big Oron sword is going to be so much fun to use throughout this, because whenever I played 3DS, whenever I played this game on 3DS, I actually never got the big Oron sword. I would always just stick with the Master Sword the whole game, and I kind of preferred it that way since the big Oron sword does, like, take some of the challenge out of it, but then again, combat is not exactly the most challenging thing in this game as is, so it's not like it matters much. Here we got the Triforce. What is this gonna do? Drop a big chest to the other side of the room. Okay, sure, I guess. I guess that works. I guessed this is a chest. With the word that came to mind was would not have been very good. I'm glad that I stopped there. Anyway, there's the compass. We can now see our location on the map. Let's go through this door. Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here it begins. So, if I remember correct, there's a lot of need to switch between bombs and the ocarina in this temple. And it kind of becomes annoying, like how many times you have to keep switching back and forth between them. So I think in this room, there's somewhere, yeah, you can see the Song of Time block right there. We'll have to switch back on the ocarina, and then you'll get a Beamos, and the way to kill Beamos, or at least the way I kill Beamos is by using bombs, so I switch back on the bomb, and yada yada. Repeat until I go insane. Aw, man, I can't backflip up and get that one. Shame. Shame on you, developers. Is there something I can hookshot to at this? No, seems like no, okay. So we'll play the Song of Time real quick. Get this block out of the way. I think there's a golden skulltula behind it from what I can hear. Oh, nice wall. Okay, there we go. It's gonna say, oh, it moved the Song of Time block over there. That's no fun. Okay, can I get that in any way at all? Like, can I please? Oh, I know how I'm supposed to get it. Go in here, put on hover boots, and hover over to it. So they are kind of No? Wait, really? My bad, the slope's not steep enough or something. Hang on, what if I roll? There we go. That was barely not enough. Okay. But if I roll, it works. So we'll just do that. Go, 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 go. How is that not working? Okay, wait. No. Maybe hover boots from the start. I feel like the way I was doing should have worked, but whatever. That's okay. That's okay, game. There we go. Let's take this off, and now let me guess. There's a silver rupee behind the area that I moved the Song of Time block to. Yes, there is. Of freaking course. Have to play the Song of Time again. I could have saved myself some time by waiting until I had all the silver rupees and then playing it, but I didn't know. I didn't know that ahead of time. Beautiful view of this block disappearing. Love it. All right, give me that. That unlocks the door. What a big door. That must be really heavy. Apparently there's things in here. I probably only see them with the lens of truth. Oh, that's a like. Let me get that out the lens of truth anyway. No. You do not. You do not and will not and cannot and should not. I will big Oron sword you. Oh my god! That killed it in one hit! That's awesome. I love it. Okay, apparently we can get a big fairy here. I am missing some magic, but ultimately I don't think it's that important. Is there anything else in here, or is that it? Okay, it was just a chest for a small key. I guess that makes sense. So the two rooms to the side did not connect, unlike the previous wing. The left wing, where the liberals are. Anyway, I guess, no, I'm in the right wing now. Now I'm wearing red. What does that say about me? Anyway, let's get bombs. Actually, I have 50 bomb chew and I've yet to use them on anything. Can I try using them on you? That's not gonna work as well. Oh, never mind. Okay. Apparently they take 2 hits from bombs now? I thought they only took 1. At least if you threw it in the right place. Or maybe maybe whenever I was hitting them with just 1 bomb, I was like hitting them in just the right spot. Did he eat that instead and blow up and die? No, it just passes right through you. The bomb chew passes right through you. Sure, however that works. Okay, so it seems like likes are only weak to horizontal strikes. And that's like the main way you're supposed to take care of them. Also, it feels like there should be something here. Is there... Maybe there's a switch up ahead? I pulled out the Ocarina just in case it was something like you gotta use a song, like play Zelda's Lullaby, but it's possible there's a switch up here. Oh yeah, there totally is, okay. So that's a way you can use the hookshot to skip past those climbing sections if you want to do it faster. Hello? Who are you? A floor master, an invisible floor master. Okay, whatever you feel like doing, game. Now let me real quick. Hiya! Got 2 of them, there's still 1 left. Gotcha! Perfect. Hope that's it for the enemies in here. Actually, it might not be now that I'm remembering. Actually, no, it seems to be. Okay. So we got this thing, we got this mirror. Does Navi say anything about it? Not really sure. Either way, yeah, it burns the sun and that drops a chest. Probably has junk in it, if I remember correct. Yes, indeed. I see a chest on the map right over here. It's not an invisible chest, because there's no collision there. No, Navi does not say anything about it. Okay. You just use it, and it demonstrates what it does perfectly fine. That sun switch also burned up. They're fakes. They're posers. Oh, okay. Thank you. Is that our first time seeing that? A trapped chest that freezes you? It's kind of funny. Then there's you. Okay, you're the real sun switch. What would the last one give? Probably just a bunch of nothing. Let's move on. Is there a switch right here for you to press? No, okay. So don't have to do anything with this Armos statue. You can go up here. Oh, I see. Right, we're on this side of the room. I was trying to say side and half at the same time, so that's why the little stutter there. Ooh, can I reach there with hover boots? I think if I fall, I can hookshot back up. So let's do that. Let's try our hover boots. See if I can hover boot across this gap. And also, there is a Triforce icon in the hand of the statue. We should go down there and try a song at least. I don't think I'm gonna Oh, I did! Okay. Okay, I'll take that. Now we gotta use the Megaton Hammer. See, this is what I mean with the switching items around. They do, like, it is nice that this dungeon does, like, make use of all the dungeon items from previous temples. That's pretty cool. Okay, then, go this way, drop into your hand. Then, play the Zelda's Lullaby, which should, I think, spawn a chest somewhere. I just noticed the pixelation on the torch effect. I suppose that's just a part of the haze. That's just a part of how it's rendered. And a chest drops in the other hand. Very nice. There's also another chest in this room, if you know what I mean. Alright, I'll shut up. I can hookshot, right? I can hookshot over to it. Barely. There we go. That should work, yeah. Just barely reaches. I still got my hover boots on. You are a key. Okay, so we're gonna have... God, we're gonna need that soon. Good thing we grabbed that. Then, while I'm here, I may as well go get this done as well. Play the Scarecrow song and hookshot over. What's the Scarecrow song again? It's the new wave bossa nova. There we go. Do-do, do-do-do. It's not in time with the actual rhythm, whatever. I suppose I could go back and redo it, I don't feel like it. Hookshot across. Slice you to bits, grab your token. How many of these do I have now? Link looking grumpy. I love that. I love whenever you pause the game as Link is blinking. Got 58, almost 60 of the suckers. Now I'm imagining them as candy, like hard candies that you would, you know, suck on like a Jolly Rancher. You'd also suck on them like these nuts. I'm done. I'm done. All right, let's take off the hover boots because I am tired of wearing these. Please get them off of me this instant. All right, so this up here, or no, we got the key to this door. What did we unlock? Oh, wait, there's a chest over here too? Wait a second. Did I just not pay attention at all? I guess this is what dropped. That makes enough sense. Did I unlock the door down there though? Okay, well, let me check for that real quick. Go into here. Okay, I think I did? I don't know, like, where did that chest come from for one thing? I can't remember what caused that. Either way, this door is now unlocked, and I think if you shove this... Hey, check out the map. It looks like that one scary maze game with the jump scare at the end. Anyone remember that? Those were good times. It's a series of blocks that I believe unlocks a shortcut in the beginning of the temple, so it will no longer take you as long to get back to the central room. Do this, then smack this with the Megaton Hammer, and that should be it. Wow. There we go, that creates a moving platform, drops down to the entrance room. I do not need to feel the need to show it off, because I just mentioned what room that is. What is with this wall? It has collision for my sword at least, but why does it look like that? Texture's all warped. Could be an emulator bug. I'm not sure if the emulator can, like, mess with textures in any way like that. Okay, I do have one question for the statue. Where's your belly button? Anyway, I don't know. I guess they just didn't feel like carving it out. They'd already spent years on it. They were like, you know what? We could just skip that. It's not important. Well, it's important to me, okay? Anyway, let me actually show a funny thing while I'm on this topic. Jump over to the hand again. I can show this. Indeed, where the nipples would go is a valid hookshot target. It's just a neat, I guess a neat little thing, a neat little joke. There we go. A neat little joke the developers decided to throw in there, because why not? All right, anyway, let's get up and out of here. Unlock the door, and gotta switch back to bombs. This is what I mean with the constant item shuffling. Okay, lock onto you, and I've once again failed to let you listen to the best part of the music. I very much apologize for that. I will try my best to rectify this issue in the future. Okay, so we got more Anubises in here. You know, these are even easier because we have fire arrows. We can just shoot them with fire arrows. Who needs puzzles when you have fire arrows? There we go. There's 3 of them. They were trying to make this a big challenge where you have to guide 3 of them with your movements. Just use fire arrows, man. Okay, then, got you. That's not the right direction at all. That is. That should unlock something. Unlocks the door, the way out of here. And the bombs fall into the hole. How sad. Can you read that? Apparently there's some... Wait, is that a Song of Time block location? Let me play it real quick. Indeed it is. Interesting. I don't know why this is here, honestly. Maybe this is here to let you guide the Anubises better. Where's the fire go in this room? By the way, let me let you listen to this music real quick. so cool. Very ancient sounding, but also very ethereal sounding at the same time, which I think fits because this is a video game we're playing after all. So this is another world. Not, I was gonna say, like, not too dissimilar to our own, but it is quite dissimilar to our own, I must say. I believe most of these guys are Armor statues. Oh wow, you can just totally slice them in half like that. Guard with the sword, that'll definitely be effective. So we gotta hold this down. I think one of these guys is real. And that unlocks the door out of here. So let me just slice y'all down until there's none of you left. Okay, that works. Oh, they're all statues. I see. That adds a complication to our plan. So, then what? Can't play the Elegy of Emptiness. Wait, does that... I see that door unloading. You can't hide anything from me, game. Door unloads when you're out of view of it. I suppose that makes sense. Wait, I know what you're supposed to do. They were in that formation around the button for a reason. Gotta activate one of them with a fire arrow, because why not? Let it bounce on the button, and go through the door while it's standing on it. There you go. Just like that. Kinda cool. It's kinda cool how you have to use an enemy to help you progress. Okay, now we've got another very familiar looking room. This battle should go much easier than the last one, since we now have the Bigaron sword, as opposed to the Kokiri swords. Yet another Iron Knuckle, no different from the first. Yeah, definitely no different from the first, even does the same damage. Thank you for all the heals, my friend. You almost set me back to full health. I really appreciate it. You're already in second phase. Oh my god. Yeah, it's weird. They put the harder battle first. I guess it's just to show how much more powerful Adult Link is with his sword damage output. Does make enough sense. All right, let's head through here. Is there any... Oh, I think I can get the bug to happen in here. Hold on. Yeah, perfect. It went back to normal afterwards. Interesting. I wonder if that happens on the N64 or what. On the actual N64 instead of the emulator, you know? Well, this dungeon is so special, being the penultimate one. It has 2 dungeon items, the silver gauntlets and then the mirror shield. The shield's polished surface can reflect light or energy. Press R to use it. That is added to your equipment. You must go in here and switch to it. And look at this. Our outfit is now complete. Just look at it. The gauntlets and the shield complement the Goron tunic perfectly. And I suppose the fire arrows only add more to it. Man, it looks so cool, and it really fits with this temple too, because the temple kind of has like reddish fog on the inside, so it makes enough sense. All right, let's roll ahead. Now, with the mirror shield, we should be able to go back to this room and use it to progress. The button depresses itself when you come in. All right, let's do this. And light up the sun switch. That's not where I wanted to aim, but sure, Why am I aiming that? Oh, it's because for some reason I'm thinking that the control stick is inverted on the horizontal axis when aiming there. I don't know why, because it's not. Let's get bombs. Actually, let's try using Bombchu on the next thing we see. Just to give Bombchu some love, you know? Put the hookshot back on. We need that. Hello there, we got a chest. Probably has a key. Indeedy. There's anything else secret in this room? I'm sorry, I'm not going to find it. Let's just go back. Roll past. And use the key on this door. Is the Beamos back in here? No. Interesting, the enemies don't respawn in here. I thought they always respawn, but I guess not. Alright, let me use Bombchu on you. The game's trying to do a weird thing with the camera there, and that's because I don't know if I've actually used Bombchu in this game before, but normally, the game will force you into first-person mode when you use Bombchu. For some reason. It's just like that. I don't know why. Okay, we got a pretty interesting climbing challenge here. Well, at least it would be if you couldn't just, you know, fucking hookshot all the way up to the top and skip the entire thing. I like that you can do that, but also I wonder why the top set doesn't move like the other ones do. Like, you know, the top set of climbing stuff right there. I wonder why that doesn't move, because it doesn't move, you can just skip right past the entire challenge. the entire point of the room. Is there just 2 recovery hearts up here? 2 whole hearts, go on, go on. I don't know. Is it come on? Does she say come on there? I'm not really sure. Anyway, why is that? Oh my god, wait. You notice how that platform is all shiny? I think that platform comes from the water temple. And that's supposed to be like the water reflection effects on it. They forgot to disable them. That's funny. Again, I love noticing little errors like that. It's really fun. Not because I'm laughing at the developers' efforts, but because, like I said before, it reminds us that the developers were human, you know? Actual humans made this game and not AI. So Zelda's Lullaby unlocks this door. Not sure I understand the point, but I guess let's go inside, because it sounds like this room's optional then. Okay, no, it is not optional. It is actually what you have to do, but it's not like the way forward necessarily. But you will have to come in here at some point, my bad. Pick up there. So we have a bunch of enemies from the Fire Temple. Not just these, I was almost gonna say like pyroclastic slooches, but that's a Pikmin enemy. That is not this game. It's not just those, but you notice these doors? Yeah, I wanna say? Yeah, the fake doors from the Fire Temple are also here. Except I think these ones are kind of different, actually. The other ones were like doors you could try to open and then they'd come to life and attack you, but these ones just sit there. One of them has a switch behind them, and that's this one. I think you could just blow them up with a bomb. With the Goron Special Crop. Ow. So I think the Mirror Shield actually has another property. It's a property that only seems to show up with Octoroks. While normal shields can deflect the Octorok's projectiles back at them, that just caused this ice block to spawn in the middle of the room. Okay, very weird thing for it to do, but sure. Press this button, that should gain us access to the chest. Indeed, it has. The fire has gone away. Anyway, while normal shields will deflect their projectiles back at them, the Mirror Shield will actually break them. So you can no longer, with the Mirror Shield, you can no longer defeat an Octorok by deflecting their projectiles at them, which is a weird little property with it. Anyway, got the boss key, so now whenever we find the boss door, we'll be exactly prepared to enter. Can't go this way, unfortunately. But we can go this way, fortunately. Ow! Okay, cool. What am I doing in here? Sure, let's save the game, why not? We haven't made a lot of progress. I don't want to crash to cause me to lose all of that. That thing just went right over my head, man. Like a lot of jokes tend to do. I could just hit that through the wall. Is that intended? I guess it is. That makes sense. Maybe you were supposed to do it with a bomb or something, but the Bigoron sword has enough reach. Okay, if you guys want to fly to Saturn, then be my guest. Is this a patch of light yet? That's a bomb. That is not the right thing. That is not, Okay. Those guys came from off-screen from behind me and somehow didn't hit me. That's interesting. Alright, I remember what we have to do now. Oh god, it's a Lizalfos. How many hits do you take now? Okay, only 2. Only 2 hits from the Bigoron sword. That is amazing. Hi there, you're a new enemy, White Bubble. Aim for it when it stops. White bubbles have no flames around them whatsoever, they just kind of move. And then you hit them when they stop moving, and that's the end of things. They're probably the weakest of their kind, in all honesty. I saw a sun switch up here. What happens if I were to light it up? Up, light it up, light it up, it's on fire! I was hoping it would be a fake one. Is this gonna freeze me? No, it's gonna give me bombs, okay. That's not that bad, actually. I was kind of running low on those. And we need them for right here, so yeah. I think that was a good thing. For once, a junk chest actually useful. Oh god. They die in 2 hits. What am I saying oh god for? You see how many hearts I have? I am not afraid of enemies anymore. Like, honestly, I am... If I hadn't died already in the playthrough, which I haven't died at all so far this playthrough, but if I haven't died by this point, I'm basically never gonna die again for the rest of the game, because you have so much freaking health, and not a soul to spend it on. Okay, gotta aim the mirrors so that they send the light out there into the hallway. Then we gotta go back into that room. I don't know why I said back like that. Back into that room. Gotta go back in there. Use the mirror shield. All the pots have respawned. Did that thing just deal no damage to me? I swear that pot hit me and dealt no damage. It probably hit the chain instead, but you know. Then you activate that sun switch and a platform lowers. I don't really need to narrate it, you can see what's happening. Unless you're listening to this video. Right in front of the face of the Desert Colossus. Hi, what's up? You're just chilling? How's the weather outside? I know we're inside. You can't possibly tell how the weather is outside right now, but maybe we could hear it. In which case, then I should know how the weather is outside. Yeah, I'm not great at social situations, I'm sorry. Anyway, what you're supposed to do here is kind of interesting. Redirect the light with the mirror shield into her face. And that causes it to crumble. Yeah, apparently the statue really doesn't like light. That must have been a very brittle freaking material to build this thing out of, if it falls apart at the sight of the sun. I guess that's why it's inside. Then you hookshot over and the door just automatically opens. It's kind of weird. If this is an instance of the game like breaking its own established rules with its mechanics twice in a row, why would the mirror shield be able to break off a statue's face, and why would the hookshot open a door? I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's a cool way to end the temple at least. Let's go fight the boss.
Looks like someone is here, Kume. Looks like it, Kotake. What an outrageous fellow he is to intrude so boldly into our temple. We should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson. Oh, loyal minion. Destroy this intruder on our behalf.
They transformed into atoms. Kind of a weird little moment there, but I get it. So, this Iron Knuckle covered in red. Something strange. This is not an ordinary enemy. I know it has the face of an elephant. We haven't seen an enemy like this yet. Well, let's fight it. Same as before. Kind of lame how the final boss of this dungeon is just another Iron Knuckle, but I mean, it didn't show a name on the screen, so I guess it's not the boss just yet. Maybe it'll transform into one. We'll have to choking, dying. We'll have to see. All right, let me do that, do that. Where am I?
Well, well, looks like she's back to normal, Kume. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect among the Gerudo, Kotake. Maybe we should make her work for the great Ganondorf for a little while longer. Then we should brainwash her again.
Wait, it's that easy to just brainwash her again? You know, Link, you could have tried to, like, shoot them with an arrow or something to stop... Okay, whatever. So, two things. First of all, the Iron Knuckle had Nabooru inside it the entire time. Fun fact, every Iron Knuckle has a Gerudo inside of it. Because I guess the Iron Knuckles are the Gerudo. Makes enough sense. They are from the same region, after all. I assume, though, that the reason why, like, every Iron Knuckle has a Gerudo inside is because they just found it easier to make the model that way and, like, reuse it. Maybe they made this battle first, then decided to add the other two Iron Knuckles in after the fact, and just copy-pasted the whole model and, like, made some edits to it, but didn't remove the Gerudo from the inside because why not, you know? It's a part of the whole lore of the game and whatever. Anyway, in other news, that cutscene right there, with Kotake and Kume, the two witches, zapping Nabooru again, That cutscene shows up on the title screen of the game if you wait long enough. I know that it was done for like an attract mode for the game stores to show the game on the TV screen or like show a demo to get people to buy it, but a cutscene from this late in the game being shown on the menu when you wait long enough? Like, why? Why would you do that? I guess people didn't care as much about spoilers back in the day, but it was spoilers for games back in the day, but still, really weird choice. There's a reason why I advanced past the title screen very quickly in the first video. Alright, now that I'm out of breath from saying like 5 words, let's head into the real boss fight. Here we are. Giant stone platform. Giant square platform, not stone. I mean, it is made of stone, you know what I mean. Hey, the texture's not aligned in the center.
Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as a sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. With my flame, I will burn him to the bone. With my frost, I will freeze him to his soul.
The penultimate boss of the game, and it is by far the worst one. Twin Rova Kume, Ganondorf's surrogate mother, Sorceress of Flame. She seems vulnerable to low temperature. Let me guess, the other one is vulnerable to high temperature. Alright, very cool. Now, what you want to do, wait for one of them to attack, then prepare your mirror shield, aim it in the direction of the other one, and blast them with it. There you go. We have now damaged them, and that is the main way to damage them. Whichever one attacks, you aim their laser beam of magic into the other one, and there you go, that's it. Yeah, not exactly the most exciting boss battle in the world, but oh, don't worry, it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. All right, come on. They literally don't do anything else. This one attack is all they try to do. They never learn, huh? So let me go. Let me go, yeah. Let me go. Let me be free of this battle. I'm already bored. Anyway. Nah, it's too early to judge. A little too early. But yeah, they seriously just do this one attack over and over again. Aren't you guys supposed to be like freaking Ganondorf's sidekicks? Why are you so easy so far? I don't understand this. Watch out. Don't worry, Navi. There's nothing that needs watching out here, in all honesty. Aim it over to you. Thank you for camping right by your sister. Or I can miss. That works too. You know, I could do this all day. Got any more? Got any more laser blasts for me? Why are you two inside each other? Do that. Hit you with it. No. Come on. Come on. Alright, here we go. Another one. What? Where's the laser? What? Why did it hit the ground? Okay, if you're standing in that, you'll be frozen. If you're standing in the Flame Sisters one, you will not be I swear to God. I swear to Hylia. Okay, come on. I'm gonna stand right here. Okay, we're gonna stand at this angle. And then we're going to barely miss. Come on! One of you attacks. Then I do. That's gonna hit. Hey, at least that flame effect looks really cool. That actually does. That looks awesome. I remember it because it was reused for the Wizrobes in Majora's Mask. Please! Come on! You were literally on opposite sides of each other. I get that you aren't supposed to make this easy for me, but like, this is easily like the most boring boss fight I've ever fucking played so far. Can you please move this along? No, don't hit the... Why? I'm not even at the bad part yet. This is the good part of the boss. Can I please hit the other one? No, if I was turned more to the left, I would have been able to hit. All right, come on, come on. Recenter myself. Where even are you? Why did it miss me? Can I please move? Thank you. Okay, it doesn't freeze you in the same way as ice freezes you elsewhere in the game. How long has it been since I landed a hit on them? I think they've attacked like 17 times. Okay. One of you, please, stop sitting around twiddling your thumbs. All right. Hit you, hit you, hit you. Come on. Hit it! I swear that passed over you like 7 times. All right, you're gonna do this. You're gonna... There we go! Come on! Let that be it, please. Yes.
Okay, let's get serious now, Kotake.
Oh, okay, Kume.
Kotake and Kume Sumo Dynamite Attack!
We are now sexy! Yeah, that's my reaction too, to be honest. Anyway, this part of the fight is even worse. At least they don't have to aim. So what you're supposed to do is absorb their blast into the shield. Now has 1 charge stored. Then you must absorb more of the same element blast until you have 3 of them. Once you do have 3 of them, it'll be sprayed at them, and yeah. Bam! Gets you stunned, so now we can attack you with sword. Let's go. Very strange choice for a damage sound, but okay. What a weird boss this is. Not only is it just kind of weird in concept, but it also just, it sucks. This boss really, really sucks. I have to be honest. This is the worst boss in the game. It is literally just standing around and waiting as nothing interesting happens. After the first hit that you deal to them, or the first time you stun them, they can now switch up the elements they use, and so you have to wait until they shoot the right one, which then leads to them using RNG to make the fight take longer. How do speedrunners beat this? I'm guessing they are able to one-cycle the boss. Oh my god, are you serious? Come on, don't do this to me. I just need 1 more flame. Actually, I think I need 2 more flames, don't I? I do. Oh my god. And now you're gonna do ice 3 more times in a row, aren't you? Oh no, okay, there we go, there we go. Blast you again. Let's do jump attacks this. Or we can miss that. Oh! Okay, you had way less health than I thought. I guess the big Oron sword really helped there. Well, finally, it's done. Terrible boss fight. I absolutely hate it. I would rather fight Twin Mold from Majora's Mask, and that's saying something.
Shoot, what a fresh kid. This time we'll get serious, right, Kotake? What? Hey, Kume, what is that above your head? I don't know, but you have one over your head too, Kotake. But I'm only 400 years old, and I'm just 380 years old. We're twins. Don't try to lie about your age. You must have gone senile. Who are you calling senile? How do you treat your older sisters? We're twins. How can you be older? Yeah, how heartless you are. How can you be so ungrateful? You're heartless. You ungrateful.
You're just gonna keep calling each other the same things?
I'll come back to haunt you.
That threat was directed at Link instead of themselves. Alright, well... I shall take my hard frickin' earned 17th heart container. And then, I shall also take my hard-earned medallion. Oh yeah, and the sage being freed, you know. Wonder who the sage is this time.
Kid, let me thank you. Look what the little kid has become in the past 7 years. A competent swordsman. By the way, I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and used by Ganondorf to do his evil will. But isn't it funny?
That a person like me could turn out to be the Sage of Spirit? And now, I'm gonna fight them as one of the 6 sages. I'm gonna pay them back for what they did to me. Kid. No, Link, the hero of time. Instead of keeping the promise I made back then, I give you this medallion. Take it. You receive the Spirit Medallion. Nabooru awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. I should have kept the promise I made back then. I'm sorry, were you going to propose marriage to a 10-year-old? Oh, let's not dwell on it too long. Link, the hero. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. It is time, the time for the final showdown with the King of Evil has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. Hi, Navi. You weren't supposed to see that. Well, that is every single dungeon. Well, okay, every single temple and every single dungeon from the Young Link era. There is still one more dungeon before we're done, Jin, but, you know. That's also, like, pretty much every dungeon item collected. We are still missing 2 items on this screen, though. The 2 that go in the slots between these 2. I wonder what those could be. Well, next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're going to be finding out what one of those is. We're going to be doing an optional dungeon as well, so actually we're not, that even more so we're not done with every dungeon. What am I saying? Anyway, got a Gwei right above me, that's enough. Can you all just piss off and let me do an outro in peace? Alright, next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we find out the mysterious item that goes, we find out what the mysterious items are that go between those 2 slots. Thank you all for watching if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.